Mr. Man Vapes here with another Ejuice review. Now kick that title screen. Alright, this review is on Rip Tripper's Vapetrik Foxy Fuel at 3 milligrams of nicotine, recommended steep time of 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days, and I follow that to the T. Actually, just a little bit more, probably more like 6 or 7 days, just due to the other juices that I've been reviewing as the steep times come up the time to taste the fluid. Here's the deal. I really wanted to like this fluid a lot. I read some reviews on it, kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but there's something about the flavor that's not settling right with me. It's like a creamy berry with some whatever sparkle is that he added to it. Supposed to be refreshing and a little bit of creamy. Like the body of the fluid tastes good. However, there's a sharp kind of acidic kind of note that's coming through the fluid, and as I'm vaping it, I can't find a way to get rid of it. And I'm not trying to knock anybody. However, the only thing that I can kind of equate what this flavor, this nuance to the fluid is bringing to mind is that kind of acidity that you get when you vomit. And not to say that the fluid's bad, not to say that it tastes terrible. However, that one aspect of the taste profile is causing a really bad experience for me, and it's making it hard for me to get through it because it's not enjoyable. I don't like reminiscing about throwing up as I'm vaping my shit, and I don't know what to pinpoint it on either, because I haven't tasted a flavoring that's kind of brought that to mind. This is the first one that's done that. If he's added something a little bit extra for whatever that sparkle is, or just something on top, or it might just be a bad batch, or I might just be an anomaly and be the only cat that's tasting this out there, because there's a lot of good reviews for this flavor. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be one of them, not this time around. So here's what I'm going to do, because I don't want to just be completely closed-minded. I'm going to give it a good shot. So I'm going to take a couple days. I'm going to streethe it, see if I can work out some of those sharper notes that's causing me to feel like this. And if that doesn't work, then I'm just going to take a huge leap and then let it breathe for a few hours, and then give it another shot and see if I can work it out then. Hopefully without losing too much of the body of the flavor. Because everything else about it tastes good. Like, you get the berry, you get the cream, it's a refreshing flavor. However, that sharp acidic note is not, I'm not all about that. I'm not about it at all. And I'm curious if I'm the only one that's tasting this. Now, here's what I did. I've tried so far, because I thought maybe it was my setup that was causing this. So I went down to a really cool setup with a 28 gauge wire, and then I vaped it 28, 26, 24, 22, changing up the wraps, changing up. I went with cotton, I went with pressed Japanese cotton, I went with silica wick to see if that'll make it a little bit better. But I'm tasting with all of those. I even went all the way to getting out of the fabric range, and I put it inside of one of my Genesis mods with the steel mesh, and it's still there. So it's not the fabric, and it's not the setup, it's not the heat ranges, because I've gone all the way from cool to hot, put it on my regulated mod and just adjusted things to see if I can get rid of it, and I can't, man. So it's got to be the juice. It's got to be the juice. So I'm going to give it a shot in a few more days, and I'll post a follow-up to this video. However, right now, Foxy Fuel is not sitting good with me, man. There's a acidic tinge to it that, oh man, it's just not what I was expecting at all with the flavor, and it's just bringing me to, there's an mental association with whatever is in that taste profile that's causing a poor experience. So with that, I know this isn't the end all be all. There's other great juices in the Vapetrik line that I've tried so far. I haven't tried all of them, and you know there's always going to be something that people don't like. Taste is very subjective, so don't take my only word for it. If there's other reviews out there that are good about it, and I know there are, then give it a shot if you're into that kind of flavor. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but I'll be back with this flavor and post a follow-up to see if anything's changed. Even if it didn't change, I'll post a follow-up just to close the loop on this one. Ah, man. Yeah. So, Mr. Man Vape signing out. Deuces.